Hey guys, I'm Phil O'Neill from Australia. I hope you're having a fantastic day. In this video, we're going to be talking about James Stamp's warm-ups. So as I mentioned in the introduction, today we're going to be talking about James Stamp's warm-up routine. Now I like to change between the basic warm-up and the alternative number one. That way I'm working on the same sort of vibe of things, but I'm also keeping it fresh and changing which one I'm doing so that my chops don't get used to doing the exact same thing every single day, and therefore if I haven't done that, I can't play. Now, the James Stamp book, it's one of my top 5 picks that every trumpet player must own. I'll leave a link in the description for you. If you click on that link and purchase it through that link, I will get a few cents, but I'm not getting paid or endorsed by any of the book companies I'm talking about. So, the way that I like to approach the basic warm-up, it's similar to the alternative as well, but I like to start with a who articulation. So, I'm not using the tongue just yet. It's the first notes that I'm going on with the horn, and I'm just thinking, right? Once again, we're getting the airflow going, we're getting the tongue out of the way, we're getting the chops out of the way, we're just letting the air control the instrument. Alright, so we're just starting with the who, so it's just... Now, the visualization that I've got going through my head, because I like to visualize things, is just like I'm throwing a dart at a dartboard, and where I actually hit the note is the dart going into the dartboard. So that's my visualization. So the back swings, the breath in, and then release, breath in, and the release, and then I'm aiming for that dartboard for where my note actually hits. So I find that gets me the good airflow going and all that sort of thing. Now my next sort of step from there is I like to put the weight on the chord tones essentially. So with this exercise, talking the start one, we're starting on the C. So the C is the chord tone. So ha, and then I'm thinking of, and I'm just letting the note speak for the D. So it's ha. So what I'm doing is I'm leaning on the C, letting the D just happen, leaning back on the C, leaning on the G, letting the A just ring out after the G, then leaning back on the G, leaning onto the bottom C. So it should sound something like this. Now, in addition to that, every exercise that I play, I like to always diminuendo to nothing. So I get every note as soft as I can play. I'm playing this at about a mezzo to forte, sometimes as loud as a forte, but I'm just aiming for that airflow happening. The chops will react to the air. The air controls and the lips react. That's kind of the whole, I guess, philosophy on trumpet playing for me. So, and I do that all the way through the range. So, once again, I'm still using the who articulation, so it's who, so lean, then I just let it release and the next note comes out, and then I lean back, lean, release, lean, lean, and I do that all the way through. So once you've worked that all the way down to the pedal C, you've then got to start working your range back up again. So I like to use the pedal C as a launching platform for me to go up to the top of range. So I then get down to the pedal C with the same philosophy as what I've just shown then, build up the momentum of my air, and then I just release it to go up to the C again. So it should sound something like this. So theoretically, I'm not actually aiming to hit every note on the way up. I'm just touching on every note as the horn just releases all the way through. My main focus is having the air, the bottom note centered, and the air momentum going, and then I just release it, and then I just release it and have that momentum carry me all the way through to my last note. Now that carries me all the way through, so I can go up to a top C. I've got the big fat sound, the best sound possible on the first note, and then I just let the D happen by pushing the vowels down. After that, I'm then back leaning on that C, so getting that momentum again, all the way down to that bottom G, leaning on those chord tones all the way down. Then once I get down to the pedal C, if I need a breath, then I breathe through the nose. I don't want to adjust my chops, right? I don't want to be relying on playing one set of chops for the bottom register and then a different set of chops for the upper register. I want to keep that all the same, all consistent, right from the middle, all the way down to the bottom, and then all the way up to the top again. That way, you'll actually have consistency when you're playing in all registers. Now, so I take a breath through the nose, play the pedal C again, get that air momentum going, and then I just release it and go all the way up the top again. All right. Now that works all the way from. Now I do this all the way from C all the way up to double G. You know. Now I try not to think about hitting that double G. I try to get it as best as I can, just that air pushing through, or the air just releasing through. You know, the momentum's there from that pedal C, and I just release it, and then all the momentum carries me all the way up to that double G. Now once I've gone through that sort of section, if you notice on the stamp book, he then has a next section where he's going back down again, starting from the middle C, working all the way down. Now the way I like to approach these exercises is I like to start with a who again and then articulate. Now I don't want any gaps between the higher octave and the lower octave. So it should sound something like this. So you notice how I'm starting with the who articulation, then when I re-articulate that C, it's a firm articulation through the chromatic, down the octave with another firm articulation, and then firm articulation again. No gaps, want it all as smooth as possible. This goes for everything we do with stamp. Make sure that air is consistent, and if there are any gaps, it means there's a hole in the air. And I'll work this all the way down to the pedal C again. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos as much as I've been enjoying making them. If you have been enjoying them, hit that subscribe button and it'll help encourage me to keep doing these videos as often as I can. It can be quite time challenging with 2 kids at home, but I'm hoping to build this great trumpet community from Australia all over the world. If you've got something you'd like me to do a video on, leave a comment below and I'll do my best to get back to you. At the moment I'm aiming for 3 videos a week. I'm hoping to keep that going as long as possible, but you guys hitting subscribe, commenting and liking videos is what's helping me go on with this. As always, I'm Phil O'Neill from Australia and happy practicing.